Let's get high.
Hello, cadets. Welcome to another episode of the Big Monster Briefing Room. I am General Lemuel T. Howitzer, retired, and we are in our 7th season. Let me go ahead and bring up my able-bodied assistant, Sergeant Major Havoc. I will say Major Hazard. I miss her.
And yep. But she's still on assignment somewhere.
I know she's on assignment. I really miss her. She comes up with insights on things that, we're like, wow, we didn't think of that, and so we miss her. And again,
we do.
She brings some levity to the show, some lightness to the show that I also like. So we're hoping she comes back from assignment soon. She's definitely missed. But we do have a female's perspective on the show because we are talking about The Evil of Frankenstein, a Hammer classic here with Peter Cushing. And our Franken expert, Jamie Bennett, is here with us. So there she is. So, this is one of the earlier Frankenstein movies from Hammer before they got really, really graphic and gory. I really like this one. I like the story of this one. I like the look of it. I like the characters. There's not a lot of characters. It's kind of limited on characters. And it was directed by Freddie Francis, who I had the pleasure to meet many years ago when he was a cinematographer on a Brooke Shields movie, of all things, called Brenda Starr. They were filming in Florida, so I was lucky enough to meet him. Okay, so any insights before we start the timeline? Anything you want to say about this movie? Any significance for you as far as having watched this film and what it means to you?
I enjoyed it.
Good.
I really enjoyed it.
Movie. Yeah, as Frankenstein movies go, it's an enjoyable movie. I will tell you that for the first time, by the way, the monster in this is not David Prowse. He did the monster in quite a few of the Frankenstein films for Hammer that came later. Frankenstein, the Monster from Hell. There's another one where he's in a diaper. It's kind of weird. Again, Darth Vader, as Frankenstein monster. He's a big guy. And believe it or not, he played Frankenstein. He did a cameo in Casino Royale, the James Bond spoof back in the 60s. I did not know that until just recently I saw that. That he was the Frankenstein monster that just lumbers through one scene, and then they ask him, hey, can you show us how to get to this place? And they follow him, and he just kind of slams into the wall. Like, okay, there it is. It's a funny bit. And it was him. It was David Prowse. Anyway, he's not in this one. Kiwi Kingston, who I think was a wrestler, played the monster in this.
Yeah, with a name like Kiwi, yeah.
With a name like Kiwi.
bring in Kiwi.
It's sweet.
Yep. There's something I got to say about that, though. Not about Kiwi, but about the Frankenstein, the look of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's bordering real close. It's like, can you make the makeup as close to the Jack Pierce makeup from the 30s without, risking a copyright strike. Because it does. It looks, except it looks like he has a big block of clay like stuck to his forehead.
Here's the thing. Yeah, Roy Ashton did a lot of makeups for the early Hammer films, the vampires and the werewolves, and this one. And he was kind of like, the Jack Pierce of the Hammer films. He did a lot of stuff. And yes, I agree with you. He tried to go for the square head look, of Frankenstein without getting too close to, Universal. But I'll tell you what this one really looks like. It's like a bridge from the old Universal Frankenstein to Frankenstein versus Dracula, which is a 1971 film, where he's got the bracket on his head. So I saw some similarities in the makeup in that. And I was like, oh, that makes sense, because this film was 1964. So 7 years later, they came out with Dracula versus Frankenstein or Frankenstein versus Dracula. I can't remember. I always forget which. It's kind of a bridge to that Frankenstein look, where he's kind of got the puffy face and the bracket on the head, and But again, like you said, they're all trying not to get a strike from Universal Studios, who are really, really tough about that.
There would have been a lawsuit.
That's ours.
Now, let's be honest. Watching this training film, wasn't there a point where you're looking at it going, he's got to sing "Putting on the Ritz" at some point?
Yes, I did see a little Peter Boyle in him in this. I can definitely see where this would be an influence on Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder when they were writing Frankenstein, Young Frankenstein. Definitely,
I thought so too. And when they're wrestling with the monster and try to get him down, I kept thinking, set a give. But anyway,
yes,
maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, it wasn't just you. I thought the same damn thing while I was watching the film, and I kind of tittered to myself about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our timeline. This, of course, is a Hammer film released by Universal Pictures. Surprise, surprise, in America. So they did get the Universal's okay on this. In the beginning, we're watching a criminal steal a body from somebody's home. They had a wake, and this guy steals the body, and of course he's going to take it to Frankenstein.
Yeah. For a second, I thought that was Patrick Stewart.
No.
But no. Yeah, he just drags that old body right out off the slab.
He takes it off the table and throws it out the window and puts it in his cart and takes it away. But what he doesn't realize, or I think he does realize, because she screams, there's a little girl and she watches, and it's, horrific for a kid to see somebody take their dad or their uncle's body or what have you. And she runs to the woods because she's frightened, she's scared, and she runs right into Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein's watching. He's always watching.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Peter Cushing. And at the end of the Frankenstein movies, they in the early ones, they usually like take him to get hanged or guillotined or something. It's always like he's on the brink of death at the end of the movie. But he always comes back. And they never explain how he got away.
Yeah, it's like, yep.
There is one movie, I think it's Frankenstein, the Monster from Hell, where he just shows up as a doctor in an insane asylum. And it turns out, and again, they make it kind of clear that the guy that heads up the insane asylum needed a good doctor. So he saved Frankenstein from, the guillotine or the hangman, and hired him to be the doctor of the insane asylum. So, okay, so we have a priest who's also watching all of this stuff that's going on. And he sees the guy take the body to Frankenstein's lab. And it's blasphemy. And there's is that Hans there?
Yeah.
It's
Hans.
Hans and Dr. Frankenstein take the body. Frankenstein's like, well, you made enough noise. Giving him crap. Just buy me more money. I'll go to the pub. And what's most important is they want a heart. Um, Dr. Frankenstein wants to reanimate a heart. He's got everything all set up to do that, and he does it, and he succeeds, and then the priest shows up. Evil of Frankenstein. Then we get the credits. It's funny, but you always have the horror of, and you have the curse of. These are standard titles for these types of movies: Horror of Dracula, Horror of Frankenstein, Curse of Dracula, Curse of Frankenstein, that kind of thing. But this is the only evil of that I think I can in my mind I can think of. The evil of Frankenstein. That and Frankenstein create a woman. Can't figure out if anybody else has used that kind of thing. So anyway, he's got the heart pumping. He's electrified it. He's got it pumping in a solution, and it's working, and it's staying alive. And then the priest comes in.
Yep. Well, the
problem.
Yeah. Well, the priest he finds that the guy who stole the body, because the little girl leads him to him.
Puts the finger on him.
Fingers him. Yep. Well, that's now I gotta say that the movie. I think they kind of missed an opportunity.
The body on the little doll.
Exactly. So, now I thought for a moment that the girl we see later on, the deaf mute girl,
yes,
is this little girl or woman rather, is the little girl grown up? But they never said that. Oh, that would have been cool to tie it all together. But
yeah. But actually, they leave town and go to another town right away. So yeah,
right, yeah. So that's
But they do go to a town that Frankenstein was like deviously, he was in trouble in that town. I can't remember the name of it. It was a German name.
Karlstadt.
Karlstadt. There we go. Karlstadt. Didn't they try to kill you in Karlstadt? They remember me.
So long ago.
He's so sure that nobody's going to recognize him.
I'm sure they've forgotten me by now.
Oh, yes. I reanimated dead bodies, but come on. So, yeah. So they dump the body because they don't need it. They just wanted the heart. How wasteful. And they're very happy with their success. Again, Hans has a good look. And then the priest comes in. Now, let me go ahead and give some names here. Hans is played by Sandor Ellis, who did some other movies after. And the priest is played by James Maxwell. Did a lot of British TV.
Yeah.
So he's, talking to Frankenstein about blasphemy and, all that. And he smashes the case that has the heart in it. Gah! And poor Frankenstein flips out, Dr. Frankenstein, as you would, having gone through all that work, succeeded, and then having some idiot come in and smash your work.
Yeah, just look at that face. He's like, my heart.
Now, there are some
having a heart attack.
Frankenstein is really kind of an evil guy. He really is an evil guy. He's not a nice guy. And this one, he's actually kind of a nice guy. He goes out of his way to like save people and stuff in the movie, and like the girl and the mute girl and Hans. And
yeah, you almost.
He really does want the best for his monster.
Yeah. You kind of sympathize with him in this one.
Yes. But there were some Frankenstein movies where he was written really nasty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
He actually went there. He did that. Okay. Mean. So, yeah. So they have to get away. They have to go. And he decides they're going to take a carriage ride to Karlstadt. And again, Hans is like, Karlstadt, isn't that where they, you got thrown out of town? Or, they're trying to kill you. Again, Frankenstein he's like, oh, there's a carnival going on. They're never gonna look for us. They're never gonna see us. And then we meet this girl. She's just called Beggar Girl.
Yep.
And she's mute. And again, in Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, they're in an insane asylum, and there's another mute girl there, and she's the guy who runs the insane asylum's daughter. And at the end of the movie, she's played by Maggie Smith. Not Maggie Smith. Not Maggie Smith. Madeline Smith. Madeline Smith, who's in a James Bond movie, Live and Let Die. And she talks like most inopportune moment. And the guy who's the assistant in that is like, "What do you talk? We thought you were mute." And yeah, it turns out that she was traumatized by her dad. But this girl, she's mute, and she's played by Katie Wilde. And you could kind of tell Hans has got a thing for her right away. He's like, "Oh, hey, she's interesting." And she's got a nice kind of what's the movie with Albert Finney? All the sexual escapades and
yeah.
It's killing me. Anyway, she's got kind of that look. So yeah, Hans is taken with her, and he helps to fend off some nasty boys who are, pushing her around and taking her bread and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I just stole that. Don't get it dirty. So yeah, Frankenstein is like, "Oh look, there's a carnival. Nobody's going to see us. Good, wonderful. The cover of the carnival. We can buy masks if you want." Oh, and they go to the Frankenstein castle, and Frankenstein is convinced that all the treasure and stuff that was in the castle, all the paintings and stuff that were in the castle, are still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it doesn't even dawn on him that they would just take all of that stuff when he left.
Exactly. Right.
That we would just loot the place, which is what they did. And he goes in and he's furious because this is his castle, and now they've looted everything, all of the priceless furniture and paintings and all that kind of stuff is gone. They took it. But they left his lab equipment. Nobody wanted to use that. So the basement has a lot of lab equipment. It just needs dusting. How convenient.
And a hanged effigy of him.
Yes. Yes. It looks just like him too. Croaker sack head.
Yep. Yep.
The smiley face painted on it. But they did leave. Believe it or not, they left the hooch. They didn't raid the wine cellar. So they've got stuff to drink, keep them warm, in the cold. But that's it. That's all they got is monster equipment and spirits. And then we go through a flashback. Frankenstein talks about his original creature. It's not the original creature. It's actually the second one, I think. Because we have the Christopher Lee monster from Curse of Frankenstein. And he talks about here's the thing. In the not replay, the flashback, Frankenstein's basically by himself. Now, in every one of these Hammer films, he's always got an assistant. He's always got somebody that's helping him.
Mm-hmm.
But in his flashback, it's just him. He's doing everything himself.
Yeah.
And he brings Kiwi Kingston to life. And the monster, of course, gets away. There he is. And
the old fear of fire, of course.
Yeah, actually, at first he doesn't fear fire. He doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, it's like a kid. It's like, what's this?
He figures out real fast, though.
Ouch.
Yeah.
This kind of reminded me of Young Frankenstein. You know, like the part where his head finger catches fire and he's just looking at it for a second. Whoa!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Frankenstein's feeding him and taking notes and and what have you. And he escapes. He gets out and he starts killing the sheep. And the locals go after him and they chase him up the mountain. And then they shoot him and he falls. And Frankenstein is very distraught, Dr. Frankenstein, because it was his creation. That was his man that he created. So they're like, well, okay, now that I've told my story, let's go, man. Let's go into town. Let's go enjoy the carnival. Get something to eat. So they have a little bit of money left. So they go to the town, pub, and he goes, if you feel more comfortable, we'll buy masks. And they buy Green Hornet masks. Not sure why. One's black, one's green.
Yeah, that works, I guess.
So they go into the pub and they see the burgomaster and his wife and the head of police at a table. And the burgomaster is wearing Frankenstein's family crest ring. It's a big ornate gold ring. And he's like, he stole it. He's a thief. He stole it, I say. The burgomaster's wife is actually very interesting in this movie. She's kind of slutty. She's played by Karen Gardner. And there's, her ample assets. Where we see the ring.
Very prominently displayed. Very prominently displayed. Yep.
What ring?
Yeah. I'm surprised Frankenstein noticed the ring.
Insane.
Well, and again, back at that time, they usually didn't, unless they were, prostitutes, they didn't usually show off that much, But anyway, this is Hammer.
Yeah.
So Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, is like, oh, he stole that ring. He stole it from me. And the chief of police, who, of course, is, like that with the burgomaster. He's like, wait a minute. I think I know you. Sorry. Got to go. And Hans is like, he's had too much to drink. I got to get him back. I got to get him back to Frankenstein's. Go, whoop, whoop. That's where I know you from. So they chase him through the carnival and they go into Zoltan, the hypnotic power of Zoltan. This is a hypnotist guy. He does a hypnotist act. He's very good at what he does. In the movie, they play hypnotism as being real. And I find it ironic that we've already done a movie on the show called Zoltan. It was about Dracula's dog. Remember Zoltan?
Oh, yeah.
Dracula's dog.
Dracula's dog. Oh, yeah.
So I guess Dracula's Dog, which was in the 70s, starring Jose Ferrer, they kind of, I guess, took that from this. I mean, I guess it's kind of homage to Hammer films, and this film gave him the name, Zoltan. Yep. So Zoltan is played by Peter Woodthorpe, and he does a little routine with this poor guy from the crowd, where he's like a chicken and he's laying eggs and stuff.
Poking him with a needle and all that.
Poking him with needles and stuff. Yeah, he doesn't feel it. Yeah, you're not going to feel this. And they're watching from behind the back of the room. They've slipped in to get away from the police in their Green Hornet masks. And Frankenstein is intrigued by what he's seeing here. So the police show up. They start looking around the crowd, and Frankenstein and Hans duck through Zoltan's back curtain.
Well, he calls them up. He's like, I need a couple volunteers. So you two come up, you in the masks. And so they're up on stage. And then, of course, the cops bust in.
Yeah. So after that happens, the police officer, the head of police, the chief of police, Duncan Lamont, tells him, "Look, pack your bag, get out of town. We don't like you." Basically,
Mhm.
what's not to like? So, Dr. Frankenstein, goes to the Burgermeister's house and confronts the Burgermeister at his house. And his bride is there. You got to wonder why this voluptuous girl is with this decrepit, crusty old guy. But there it is.
Because he's got he's got the goods.
He's got the nice rings and paintings and things.
Yeah.
So
he's a little fussy about his little nightcap there.
Yeah, he's got his little nightcap on, and this is really killing me. And I can't think of that Albert Finney movie. I gotta pull it up here. I think.
Oh yeah.
Search IMDb.
It's like
It's a name.
Yeah, it's the name of the character.
Murder on the Orient Express. That's not it. Holy crap! Really? It's not in this best of? Come on, he got an Academy Award for that, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought so.
Something like that. Producer? Wow, I didn't know he's a producer. Interesting. 59 entertainers. Tom Jones. How did I not remember Tom Jones?
I know.
The singer. Tom Jones. There you go. So these guys got kind of a Tom Jones look about them, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
Not Tom Jones, the singer, but
Yeah, no.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. What's new, pussycat? No, the Tom Jones, the archaic movie with shenanigans going left and right. Anyway, okay, so
yeah,
and they do some kind of shenanigans here because the police are called and they're bussed in, and Frankenstein jumps out the window and gives a little nod to the woman on the bed with the ample assets, and she gives him like a look like, like look, there it is right there. So he jumps out the window with the bedcloth, and she's enjoying the ride.
It's almost a little almost a James Bond moment.
It's kind of it's a pretty thing.
He looks back and like, good night, and off you go.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
And she's like, me like a Dr. Frankenstein. So yeah, that's actually kind of a fun scene. And he gets away, and he goes, walk back to Frankenstein's castle. Yes.
I was going to say, if this had been a Mel Brooks movie, that scene with the Burgermeister and her, where she's standing, I fully expected him to start motorboating her. But
work. Hello, boys.
Exactly.
So he meets up with Hans again, and actually they go up into the mountains to escape because they figure the police are going to go to Frankenstein's castle now. So they go up in the mountains where it's very cold, and they see the beggar girl. Hey, look, it's the beggar girl. And they follow her to her little cave where she's staying, where she lives, and it's a nice, split level cave. Lots of natural light.
That's all the amenities.
And it has a vaulted ceiling of ice with a monster in it. And Frankenstein is watching her looking up at the monster in the eyes, and he's like, wait a minute, is that my monster? Is it my creature? It is. It's Kiwi Kingston. And I do believe that's Kiwi Kingston on the ice. Unlike Bela Lugosi, who let a stunt guy do the ice scene in Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. That was Gil Perkins, who has Lugosi's chin. So yeah, Frankenstein's like, we're gonna revive him. we're gonna thaw him out and revive him. And they do. They take him back to the castle. Not easy. And I guess the heat has died down by this time. Literally. And she's watching. That's like her buddy. That's like her friend. Evidently, before he froze, he was good to her, I guess. I don't know. Shades of Madeline Kahn. Oh, Lord, at last I found you.
Now, I got to say though, whoever did the makeup job on her was terrible, because she got this ashen kind of gray face. Everybody else looks fine. Her, I don't know. That kind of kept throwing me out of watching this training film. Like, why is her makeup so terrible?
She's a beggar girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they were going for realism. Oh, Hans, go up top. It's raining, and fix the electricity. Poor Hans. So they revive him. They do the whole 9 yards with the machinery and the lightning, and she's watching and she's impressed, and she's got nice hair though. You got to admit. Nice
the hair, yeah, the red hair, yeah, but
she's got makeup on there. It's an actress.
Yeah, but it's terrible makeup.
Okay.
I don't know.
We agree to disagree. She's got to be Katie Wilde. So at first, no reaction, and Frankenstein thinks, okay, it didn't work. He's been frozen too long. He's dead. His brain is dead. So he's not gonna function. And then Hans sees his fingers moving. You made a yummy sound. Yeah, look at this. Look at that cranium. Look at that squared off cranium.
Exactly.
Blockhead. Come on, you blockhead. But that's it. Is that he is in constant pain because they shot him in the head, I think.
Yeah.
And his brain is not functioning properly, so he's not feeling good. And Frankenstein doesn't like the fact that he's suffering like that all the time. So they keep him chloroformed. They chloroform him a lot in this. Frankenstein also has become Bill Cosby. We're going to keep the monster down in the basement.
Fill him full of pudding pops.
We're feeding him pudding pops and make him feel better right away. Yeah. So they decide Frankenstein remembers Zoltan, and he goes, maybe he can use hypnotism to make the monster not feel all this pain. And it's a decent idea, because in this movie, hypnotism is real. And so he knocks on Zoltan's door, and Zoltan's like, I'm backing up, I'm going. He thinks it's the police, tell him, get lost, get out of town. We told you. But it's Frankenstein. He's like, you, the guy from the show that ran off before I could use you. And Zoltan here has a kind of a Ross Martin kind of Artemis Gordon look to him.
Yeah.
Which, and again, that was around the same time, 64, 65, I think it was when Wild Wild West started.
Yeah.
It was black and white, but yeah. So anyway, I'm sure they kind of one fed off the other somehow. So Frankenstein tells him, look, if you come, I have someone I want you to hypnotize. He's in a lot of pain. And the guy's like, well, the police want me to leave. And And Frankenstein says, well, I really don't have a lot of money to pay you. And the guy's like, yeah, well, I'm going to go. I got to pack my bag and get out of town. And he's like, but I have a lot of booze. And the guy becomes Dean Martin all of a sudden. Ooh, did he say booze? Oh, take me to your castle, daddy. So he speaks the language that Zoltan understands. So he takes him to the castle and he shows him the creature. This is Kiwi. And Zoltan is like, oh, you're that Frankenstein. Oh, I see. So he agrees, again, for the hooch, he agrees to try to hypnotize the monster, even though it's been explained to him, his brain is damaged. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't know if it'll work, but I'll try. So he hypnotizes the monster. Now, what they don't know is that he knows that because he hypnotized the monster, he's in control of the monster.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not apparent at first. Again, they wake up the monster and he's like, ah, ah, ah. And Zoltan hypnotizes him and he's okay. And then they chloroform him again. Dog didn't work the first time, so we're going to have to put him in the basement again. Hands help me with this, put the cotton over the face. So I told you before the show started, I was going to be doing a lot of Peter Cushing impersonation, which I haven't really done a lot of.
Yeah.
But I've been doing like Bill Cosby and Young Frankenstein. So Zoltan's like, well,
we need more Peter Cushing.
It's going to be tricky. Yes, I know it's going to be tricky, but I have a Death Star to run.
There you go.
So that's what I originally had planned to do, was a lot of Star Wars jokes and Peter Cushing jokes. But anyway, let's move forward. So they're drinking the hooch, and Zoltan's happy. And then he explains, now that I've got control of the monster. Wait a minute. Did you say you have control of my monster? It becomes, obvious that he is going to try to, I won't say blackmail because that's kind of harsh, but he wants to do an act with the monster. Mm-hmm. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to. He wants to do the monster. He wants to take the monster on tour and show everybody this monster. And Frankenstein, of course, is aghast. He doesn't want to. I really don't want to do that, okay? And let's not. And he goes, well, you see, you have no choice. Because now I'm in control of the monster completely. So Frankenstein, just to appease him, says, okay, well, we'll go over the details and we'll make it happen soon. So just to get him to cooperate. So he does, and he drinks a lot, gets drunk a lot. And, he's thinking to himself, why can't I have the finer things? And he sends, actually here he does the little monster act. This is what he wants to take on the road. Okay, step forward, step back, do a little tap dance. Blockhead. And, yeah. And he's drinking the whole time he's talking to Frankenstein. You can see on Frankenstein's face, I really hate this man. I hate him so much. Flames on the side of my face. Little Madeline Kahn reference.
Nice. Yes.
So, yeah. So Zoltan comes down, and he's despicable. Zoltan is just really a despicable character. In the history of villainy in movies, this guy's down there on the bottom rungs. And he goes after the beggar girl. She resists. She's horrified. And he says all kinds of nasty things like, I can go out and buy whatever whore I want. Stuff like that, almost as bad, if not worse. And then he decides, hey, I think I'll send the monster into town to get some goods, get some gold, or go rob some houses or something. So he tells him, well, go out and get something for me. And he does. He goes to the church. He gets a big gold cross. And here we have the drunk, played by Howard Gurney, character actor. And he sees the monster coming, and he's freaking out, and he's trying to get back in the pub. Oh, get out of the pub. The pub's like, go home. Go sleep it off. You can't stay here. And the monster brings it to Zoltan. And Zoltan's like, well, let me put this over here. Keep it aside. Keep my booty aside. And Hans really doesn't like Zoltan. Hans is like, how can you do business with this man? He's terrible. He's reprehensible. And Frankenstein says, well, we'll keep, babying him, and so he, does what we want. And they don't realize Zoltan's listening to their conversation. And Zoltan is very upset about the police in the town trying to throw him out. There's the drunk trying to explain, I saw a monster. He was 7 foot tall, and he had a square head. And the police is like, square head? Huh? They know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
They know who Blockhead is. And the girl, the mute girl, is trying to help the monster, but he's not really wanting to be helped. He's not wanting to eat. He's not wanting to drink. He's a very sad, depressed monster. Only Zoltan makes him happy.
Mm-hmm. Look at that terrible makeup.
He doesn't look that bad. Jamie, does she really look that bad?
Not too bad.
I don't think she looks all that bad. I'd take her out on a date. Of course, we wouldn't have much to talk about. Oh, folks!
She can park her bowl under my bed anytime.
So do you like the chicken? Sorry, that's terrible. Okay, so Zoltan, I kept waiting for her to talk. Kept waiting for the moment, but it never happened. She's a mute. And that's why when Madeline Smith did it in the other movie, I was like, oh, okay, see there, they did it. They let her talk. After an hour of movie where she's not talking.
Oh.
What am I seeing here?
Oh, the monster breaks into the Burgermeister's bedroom.
Oh, okay, yeah. Zoltan wants revenge, so he says, "I want you to." He doesn't say kill. He wants you to punish. I want you to punish the Burgermeister and the head of the police chief. So the monster goes in, and his kind of punishing is like throwing you against a wall several times till you're dead. So this poor old guy, he's beating his head against the wall. Meanwhile, his wife's watching. She's not happy. She's freaking out. And this is I think this is the constable, the police chief's assistant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He puts on like the police chief's outfit, and the monster, clocks him, kills him. And the monster's punishment is punishment by death. He chooses death by bunga. Terrible joke. So he's drinking, and he's kind of drifting in and out of sleep there in the basement, waiting for the monster to come back. Zoltan, dog of Dracula. The police chief talks to the Burgermeister's wife. It's a big monster, square head. Don't. Maybe there's something to this Frankenstein thing. And the monster comes back, and he's got blood on his hands. And the guy's like, blood on you? I didn't tell you to kill anybody. Zoltan all of a sudden has a conscience.
Mm-hmm.
For like 2 seconds. And it's obvious that he's killed the people he's in. And then Frankenstein shows up. What have you done, Zoltan? Tell me now. Don't
Nothing.
lie to me. I'll know if you're lying. And I will destroy your planet.
Put an end to your rebel base.
We will take care of you soon enough. So I'm actually very proud of my Peter Cushing impersonation. I think it's pretty good.
It is.
But unfortunately, it's all Star Wars stuff. I have to make that work for here. So Frankenstein, pushes Zoltan around and says, "Get out, go, get out. I don't want you here. I'll kill you all." There goes Zoltan's conscience.
Mm-hmm.
So he throws him out of the castle. No more booze for you. You've had too much. So Zoltan looks down into the grate, into the basement, where the girl is trying to feed the monster, and he's telling the monster, "Kill Frankenstein, kill his assistant, kill them both." Evil.
Very.
So the monster gets up and starts to walk into the top of the castle. He goes, oh, he actually pulls the bar from the window there, from the. I guess window is the proper word.
Yeah,
And Zoltan is back in the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And here Frankenstein's trying to find out, hey, what's happened? Where's the monster? What's going on? Oh yeah, that's right. You're dead. You're mute. You're mute. You can't tell me anything. And there's the monster. And he's got the pole in his hand. He's gonna stick it through somebody. We can talk about this. I am your father. I know that's the other guy's line, but I'm saying it now because I need to. No, that's impossible. Search your feelings. You'll know it to be true, monster. So he tries to stab him. And Cushing actually is really good at dodging these kind of problems, these things. If you'll remember that he was in The Mummy. He could barely move around, but he was able to swing over a desk to avoid Christopher Lee from stabbing him. So yeah, the monster is getting ready to do his javelin throw. And Dr. Frankenstein remembers, oh yes, he does. He'll go up in flames. He doesn't like fire. So he uses the fire to distract the monster and get it to turn on Zoltan. Now, unlike Zoltan, he doesn't want the monster to kill anybody. He just doesn't want Zoltan and to try to kill him, and so the monster try to kill him. So yeah, he's using the fire to fire bad. Didn't mind the fire. Kill him. Kill them both. Kill the bitch who can't talk either. You're fucking you bastard. And then Zoltan gets killed. The monster is like, the hell with this. And he stabs Zoltan.
You're not the boss of me.
Yeah. So, okay, the monster's killed. And Frankenstein's not happy about that. And the monster escapes into the woods again.
He just walks off. It's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I've killed somebody. I'm done. Hans, we must go. That's definitely a scene that looks like saying, Hans, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
We must go. One of the first things that Peter Cushing did for Hammer was he played Sherlock Holmes in The Hound of the Baskervilles. Wonderful movie. I keep teetering on back and forth on doing that movie as one of our shows because there is a hound from hell in that, which I think is monster enough maybe to do it. It's an excellent movie. It's a wonderful movie. It's probably the best version of The Hound of the Baskervilles ever filmed, in my opinion, for what it's worth. What are we seeing here?
Oh, Baron or Frankenstein, he's preparing some, I guess, ether or something to tranquilize her. To
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're going to try to get the monster back in the basement, and he wants to be ready for it. Yeah, and then the police, the police chief shows up, right?
mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and he sees the dead Zoltan. This doesn't look good, you know. Yes, but it wasn't me. It was my monster. Oh, but I shouldn't say that, I guess. You've been making monsters again. So, the mute girl has got the monster up in the cave, and Hans shows up, and he's like, I had a feeling you two would be here. That didn't sound anything like Hans.
No.
Sounded more like Peter Cushing.
Yeah, Hans has more of a
He's a deeper,
like kind of German accent. Hans.
What are you doing here with each other? Hmm?
Is that a hanky panky? No.
We have ways of making you come back to the castle. He needs a violin. And a French horn. So Frankenstein's in jail. Because Zoltan was dead. So he's a murder victim or a murder suspect. And the chief of police is not listening. He's not listening to anything Frankenstein has to say. We're going to hang you. And the monster carries the mute girl down the mountain. Because he's a, chivalrous monster. Creature with a square head. Frankenstein looks out of the window of the jail, and he sees that the people are getting riled up. They're probably going to go look for the monster.
Yep.
He's not happy about that.
Yeah, we got the gotta have a bunch of angry villagers in these movies. It's
Standard fare in a Frankenstein film, yes. Angry
Exactly.
mob of villagers going after the monster. We're going to kill him this time, yeah! Oh, like you did in the last movie? Yeah, that worked out. So Frankenstein is, I know he escapes here.
Well, apparently they didn't do a good job of searching him because he still has a little jar of ether.
Oh, that's right. He's got the ether on him. Because back in the 1800s, they didn't strip search you when they put you in a cell.
Apparently not. They just threw you in there.
They just threw him in there with everything in his pockets. So yeah, that's right. He throws the coin down on the ground, and I can't remember. I think he got that coin from Zoltan. And the guard, looks down at it, and that's when he gets the chloroform. Yeah, you're gonna put you in the cell, and you're gonna stay here for a while. Because I don't want to be in jail myself. So he gets away. And Hans gets the monster to go down into the castle, into the basement. Good hunt. And Frankenstein sees a horse cart, and it's like, ooh, it's going to be mine. And I got to hand it to Peter Cushing. He really looks like he's standing tall in the saddle, riding a cart standing up. Yeah, yeah. Him and Christopher Lee both look at him there. They both like to drive a horse wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carriage. Remember last week we were talking about Christopher Lee getting down on that carriage and them horses, whipping those horses. Well, here's Peter Cushing doing his thing. Christopher Lee probably saw this movie in 64, and in 67, I think it was, or 68, when he did the other movie, he's like, I'm going to do better than that. Watch me. Watch me outdo him. Yeah, yeah. Dracula actually, yeah. So, all right. So, Peter Cushing, Frankenstein makes it back to the castle. before the villagers who are on foot for some reason. Let's walk up 5 miles to the castle. And the monster again is depressed and wants to kill himself. He doesn't want to drink.
No,
He tried to break the bottle and cut himself.
no. So Beggar Girl here thought it was a good idea to feed the monster some booze, and he's like, "Oh, what is this crap?" Breaks the bottle, but then he starts licking it. It's like, wait a minute. On second thought,
Zoltan wasn't wrong. So you're saying the monster got smashed? That's the problem here?
This is the beginning of the monster smash. Yep.
Okay. So he starts throwing stuff around?
He does.
Frankenstein pulls up. And that's Cushing. He's doing that stunt himself.
It seemed like he did a lot of his own stunts. He was a little athletic little fella.
Hans, where's the monster?
Oh, he's down in the basement boozing it up, sir.
What the hell? Did Zoltan come back? So, yeah, she doesn't want him to see her bad makeup. So, you'll wake up tomorrow and you'll see me. But right now, I'm look beautiful to you. I don't know where the hell that came from. Anyway. So yeah, Frankenstein comes just in time to watch the monster kind of flip out, and he's destroying stuff, and he's throwing stuff around, and he throws some chemicals, and they catch fire, and the lab starts to catch fire, and Frankenstein tries to stop him. No, bad monster, bad monster. Oh, fire. Wonderful. See what you did now? This is another fine mess you've gotten me into. Yeah, so the lab starts to go up. And Frankenstein doesn't want the monster to die. So he's trying to find a way to get the monster out without burning him up. And then he realizes, I'm going to burn up. Wait a minute. Oh, geez. Oh, dear. The villagers come up. The castle's smoking. And Hans and Beggar Girl, we'll just call her Katie. That's her name, Katie Wilde, the actress. Hans and Katie are running from the castle. Feet don't fail me now. That's going to be my catchphrase this season and next season. Feet don't fail me now. Before, a long time ago, like season 1 and season 2, it was like, it's a face that only a mother could love. But this one's going to be feet don't fail me now. And the castle blows up. And Hans and Katie get married and have a lot of children. And he stops making monsters. Mm-hmm. And he's a respectable baker. I don't know.
And he becomes Burgermeister.
He becomes the Burgermeister. And he shares Katie and the Burgermeister's wife.
Then
two ladies. And I'm the only man. Yeah.
Then he has to deal with some guy named Kris Kringle, and it just turns crazy. Giving toys to kids. Oh wait, that's a whole other thing. Never mind.
That's a whole nother thing right there. So, and that's it. The castle burns up. Obviously, we know Frankenstein will come back. Mm-hmm. Not Huey Kingston, but the doctor. And Hammer Film Production, Bray Studios. Sometimes they shot these at Bray Studios. Sometimes they shot them at Pinewood. Those British studios. Katie Wilde, Sandor Ellis, Humph, Duncan Lamont as the chief of police, Zoltan, and the drunk. So yeah, nice movie, good movie. If you haven't seen it, treat yourself, enjoy yourself. It's a fun movie, Frankenstein Fair. Next week we will be doing for Halloween month. We are doing more of classic Frankenstein and Dracula and those kind of monsters. So next week is going to be House of Frankenstein with Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney Jr., and Glenn Strange as the monster. And the week after that, we're going to do House of Dracula, which is yes, House of Dracula is next. After that, so that's 2 weeks. I got to colorize them, but that's the next 2 weeks on the show. And the fourth week or maybe is it the fifth week in October 28th. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I had originally planned to do The Creature Walks Among Us, but I may switch that out with something else. We'll see. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Jamie, for coming and joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoying the movie with us. And as always, thank you, Havoc, for keeping me straight in places.
I try, sir. I do my best.
Mention, kicks in.
Now we did get a bunch of comments, but
gosh.
So
let's read some of them real quick. We've got time. It's only 8:01.
right.
So Frankenstein monster went to the same school as the Lou Ferrigno Hulk. Okay.
I'm done with this with a degree and walking off into the woods. Yep.
Got more lives than a cat. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he does.
Cushing came back again and again and again and again. There is one movie they did. I think it's the horror of Frankenstein, where it was Ralph Bates. At the time, Ralph Bates was doing all the Hammer movies. He was in Taste the Blood of Dracula. He was in Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde with Martina Beswick. He was in one of the Kronstein lesbian vampire films. And he was Frankenstein in that, I think. And that was the other one that has David Prowse as the monster, but he's in like a diaper. It's a really weird movie, that one. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll do that one at the end of the month. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you all for being here. And for those of you who haven't seen our first 6 seasons, please look us up on YouTube. If you got a favorite movie, we've probably already reviewed it. Go check that out. And we always try to have fun when we're doing it. And we hope that translates to your having fun watching. And again, as I always say, keep an eye out for those monsters.
This here's Master Sergeant Havoc. Thank you for watching this episode of the Big Monster Briefing Room. Now, why don't you go ahead and give us a like and subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell next time a big old giant monster comes calling. See y'all later.